Number of fruit flies is n, and the formula for the number of fruit flies is n equals AEKT, where A and K are constants. Initially there were 120 fruit flies and then 480 fruit flies after 2 days. Find the value of A and show that that's the value for K. Right, okay. So B3, A part 1. So you have the number of flies is AEKT, and you're told that the number of flies at the beginning was 120, and that's when the time is 0. And then 2 days later, number of flies is at 480, 2 days later. So if I put this value in here, I get 120 equals AE0. So I get A is 120. Now if I put this value in and the value of A I now have, I get 480 equals 120 E2K. So divide by 120, is this 4?
Yeah.
4 equals E2K. A log and a log will cancel E. So I get 2K equals log 4. But 4 is 2 squared. So you can take the 2 down in front, and then what do? Cancel the K, 2. So I get K equals log 2. And that answers the first part here, finding the A and the K. Right, so the next part is find how many fruit flies there are after 5 days. Okay, so N equals A, E, K, T, which is 5 days. Um, 3,840? Right, so that answers the A part. So now the B part. Oh, sorry, there's one part left in A still. Find the derivative when t is 4. So n equals A, E, K, T. So the derivative, if you look up your rules, all you do is bring the K down in front. So that's 120 log 2 E log 2 T. But actually we know what the T is. The T is 4. So if I type this in, sorry. 1,330. Yeah. Do they want us to round it off? No. So if I do this to 3 significant figures, I get 1330. But if you wrote more than 3 significant figures, that is no problem. Actually, I should really put in my units here. So this is 3,840 flies. Does anybody know what the unit is here? So previously N 3840 flies. The derivative 1330. But what's the unit? It's not flies. Anyone know? It's this here. Look at this. The NDT. So what's on the top? Flies, and what's on the bottom? Time. Is in what unit? Days. Yeah, well sometimes, usually seconds, but for this one they use days. So the unit will be flies per day. Flies per day. Flies per day. Now I don't think they would take a mark away if you didn't write flies per day. But if you want to be safe to get full marks, make sure you've got your units in your answer as well. Okay, so B part here, we have an equation to solve. I can't quite see it. 4n, what's the power here? 3/4, is it? And then the second one is 5n 1/2? Ah, so lame. So you can take the 4 and the 5 underneath on the right. And then here we can add the powers together. So we get n 3/4. Oh, you have it already. Plus 1/2 is 5/4. Thank you. And then on the right, what is it? 2? 2, 4, 8, 3. 2, 4, 3 just? Yeah, 2, 4, 3. What to do to finish though, to get the n? What to do? How can I finish this to get the n? There's two things you can do. Any ideas? Log is one way to do it, but there's actually something a little bit quicker to do. Yeah. What you could do is put a power on both sides. Power 4/5. Power 4/5. Because then these cancel. So you get n is 243 power 4/5. Which is 81. Yeah. Oh yes, by the way, at the very start of the question, if I look here, I must have n to be a positive number. Anybody tell me why? Why must I say at the beginning n is positive? Any ideas? Yeah, but why must I say it though? No? Any ideas? Anybody? No? No? Not happening? Yeah, well what exactly? Yeah, but why not? Yeah, but why? So, if you look here, this is n power 1/2. That's square root n. Can't have square root of a negative number. So n must be a positive number. So if I had a choice at the end between a positive and a negative, I must choose the positive. Yeah? Okay. So 81 is the only answer I get here. There's no negatives or anything to consider. Right. The next one is a log equation. It's 2 log. Is that base 8? X minus 4 equals 2. Is that it? Yeah. Right. So ideas. What to do first? Well, cancel the 2. Oh, this is so easy. Log base 8 x minus 4 equals 1. Oh, by the way, I should say that x is bigger than what? 4, yeah. Why? Yeah, you can't have the log of a negative or 0. Right. So, in fact, if you're really awake, maybe you could get the answer here. what must the x be? Must be 12. Yeah, well, what you want is, what number must go here so that log 8, the number, equals 1? Has to be 8. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can do this a little bit longer. Just remember what log means. What you're saying here is 8 to the power of 1 must be equal to x minus 4. That's what log means after all. So then what does x equal? Well, then x equals 12. 8 plus 4. If you're not practicing these at home, you're going to have a bad time in the exam. Where's what in Moodle? Not. I said, you see, when I was telling you yesterday where the exam was, you couldn't hear me, because all you were thinking about was leaving, remember? So I'm like, the exam is going to be, and all you can hear is blah 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 blah. So I said it's not on Moodle, it was in the videos. Yeah. I shouldn't tell you anything in the last 1 minute of class because it won't get processed, right? I put them at the end of the video, B1. Yeah. All right.